Eddie Murphy's net worth and salary. How many cars does one of the world's top comedians own? Stay tuned for more on the lives of rich people. Hello dear friends, Eddie Murphy is an American actor, comedian, producer and director. Eddie's fortune is estimated at $200 million. Eddie Murphy is one of the highest grossing actors in movie history. At the time of this video, his films have grossed nearly $7 billion at the worldwide box office. This makes him the sixth highest grossing American actor at the box office. In the late 80s, 90s and 2000s, Eddie was consistently one of the highest paid actors in the world, regularly earning $20 million per film. To date, Eddie has easily earned over $300 million in wages and royalties during his career. In 2019, Netflix paid Eddie $70 million for a series of special comedies. Early years. Eddie Murphy was born in Brooklyn, New York on 3 April 1961. He grew up in the Bushwick neighborhood of Brooklyn. His mother was a telephonist and his father was a traffic cop and an amateur comedian. Sadly, his father died when Eddie was 8 years old. He and his older brother, Charlie Murphy, lived in foster care for a while when their mother became temporarily ill. His mother recovered and eventually married. Eddie became interested in comedy after hearing Richard Pryor's comedy album as a teenager. He was also heavily influenced by Bill Cosby. In 1980, at the age of 19, Eddie joined the cast of the show Saturday Night Live. At the time, the show plummeted in the ratings after losing all its original stars. Eddie became a hit and took the show to new heights. Eddie remained on SNL until 1984. Film career. In 1982, while still on SNL, Eddie made his big screen debut in 48 Hours. This was followed by a string of hits, including Trading Places, Beverly Hills Policeman, A Trip to America, Harlem Globe Nights, and The Other 48 Hours. Murphy's box office receipts declined slightly in the 1990s, but were revived by a series of family-friendly films, notably Mulan, the Shrek franchise, Dreamgirls, and the Nutty Professor films. Murphy was nominated for an Academy Award in 2006 and won a Golden Globe for his role in Dreamgirls. He has also produced a number of his own films, including Vampire in Brooklyn, Life, and Nights in Harlem, which he also directed. In 2017, it was announced that Murphy would return to the Beverly Hills Cop films, this time starring in Beverly Hills Cop 4, which is scheduled for release in the future. In 2019, it was announced that Eddie would play his role in A Trip to America. Personal life. Eddie Murphy married longtime girlfriend Nicole Mitchell in 1993. They divorced in 2006. Eddie reportedly paid Nicole $15 million in the divorce. Eddie dated Spice Girl Mel B from 2006 to 2007. He dated businesswoman Tracy Edmonds in 2008. He has been dating model Paige Butcher since 2012. Eddie has 10 children from different relationships. Eddie Murphy. Salary. Eddie earned just $4,500 per episode of Saturday Night Live in 1981. The following year, his salary was increased to $30,000 per episode. His first big payday came in 1984 when he earned $1 million for Best Protection. In 1984, he earned $14 million for the first part of Beverly Hills Cop. He then earned $8 million for Beverly Hills Cop 2. The following year, he earned another $8 million for A Trip to America. For the 1994 film Beverly Hills Cop 3, he earned $15 million, which is about $25 million in today's dollars. He earned $16 million for The Nutty Professor, 1996, $17.5 million for Dr. Dolittle, 1998, $20 million for The Nutty Professor 2, 2000. For The Nutty Professor 2, he also received 20% of the gross receipts, bringing his total salary from the film to over $60 million. Eddie then earned $3 million for Shrek, 2001. In the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s alone, Eddie earned at least $250 million in film royalties and extra points. His career earnings from films probably exceeded $300 million at the time of video. Project Netflix. In July 2019, it was reported that Eddie was in talks to earn $70 million from recording a series of special comedies for Netflix. That's $10 million more than the $60 million Dave Chappelle earned for his 3 special deal. Chris Rock earned $40 million for the 2 specials. Real estate. Over the years, Eddie has owned a number of unusual mansions. For a time in the 1990s, Eddie lived in Granite Bay, California, near Sacramento, in a luxury custom-built mansion in a luxury gated community. After selling his Granite Bay home, Eddie spent $10 million on an undeveloped 3.7-acre plot in the extremely prestigious Beverly Hills neighborhood of Beverly Park. Beverly Park is a gated development at the top of the most expensive part of Beverly Hills. Stars such as Mark Wahlberg, Denzel Washington, Rod Stewart, and Sylvester Stallone live here, as well as a number of multi-billionaires. After buying his land for $10 million in 2001, Eddie spent untold millions to build a brand new 40,000 square foot mansion. The house has 32 rooms, 9 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. It has a large swimming pool, tennis court, library, and bowling alley. If it came on the market, the house would easily cost north of $30–40 million. A previous home in Beverly Hills, which Eddie owned in the 1980s, was put up for sale in 2016 by a later owner for $85 million. In 2007, Eddie paid $15 million for a 15-acre private island in the Bahamas called Rooster Cay. He had previously owned another private island called Pearl Island. 17-meter Rolls-Royce and sport coupes were luxury cars does Eddie Murphy drive. Eddie Murphy drove luxury cars even 30 years ago. In an interview in 1992, he proudly revealed one of his favorite car options. Headlights illuminate the way home even after his ignition is switched off. After a series of successful roles, the popular actor has maintained his love of cars and demonstrates his inimitable taste by appearing in public in stunning cars. 3 Rolls-Royces. The actor has 3 Rolls-Royces in his collection: the Wraith, Phantom, and Phantom Drophead Coupe. In total, these are nearly 17 meters of Rolls-Royce. Their combined value is over $1 million, excluding options, suggesting that for Murphy, comfort is paramount. All 3 Rolls-Royces are powered by the same 6.75-liter V12 engine. The most expensive Rolls is the Phantom Drophead Coupe. The luxurious 2-door convertible has been fitted by engineers with a classic fabric roof. Every Rolls-Royce Phantom convertible exudes luxury in all its essence. The Drophead Coupe has an understated ethos that hides incredible power and strength beneath its mask. At over 2.5 tons, the car has sporty handling and hurricane-like dynamics to match the character. Acceleration is dynamic yet relaxed. Each RR Phantom Drophead Coupe is made to order, and a wealth of options and smart electronics are a distinctive feature of the Phantom family. Aston Martin DB9. However, the actor's predilection for British premium cars does not end there. In 2012, paparazzi spotted him behind the wheel of a black Aston Martin DB9. The car is equipped with a 6-liter V12 engine and is capable of accelerating to 96 km per hour in less than 5 seconds. The DB9 attracts attention with its flowing body lines and what it calls unobtrusive luxury. Convex wheel arcs, large diameter wheels and low-profile tires, distinctive bonnet lines, and voluminous exhaust pipes hint at the car's sporty capabilities. Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano. The car is a compact, rear-wheel drive sports car with a 612 horsepower, 6-liter V12 petrol engine. It sprints to 100 km per hour in 3.7 seconds, and the 200 km per hour mark is passed in 11 seconds. With its all-aluminum chassis, the 599 is regarded as one of Ferrari's best cars for drivers. The car in black with red brake calipers immediately attracts attention. The Pininfarina studio worked on the design of the sports car, creating for the car an all-aluminum coupe body with a long bonnet and a softly sloping roof. The car's interior features leather, carbon fiber, and aluminum finishes. If you'd like a full feature on Eddie Murphy's car collection, write in the comments. Eddie Murphy Money Quote. Every bad decision I've made has been based on money. I grew up in the projects and I don't turn down money there. You take it because you never know when it's going to end. I took the Beverly Hills Cop 3 because they offered me $15 million. That $15 million was worth Roger Ebert sticking his thumb up my arse. Can you name at least 3 films starring him?